Tacos and geeks, keep it real, no doubt. From the couch to your screen with a word of mouth. Anime, movies, TV, we got the scoop. Join the review crew, come and be part of the loop.
Welcome to TacosandGeeks.com. We are back with more of my adventures with Superman reviews. This is episode 8, which is entitled The Death of Clark Kent. Once again, thank you to Warner Brothers and Adult Swim for the screener. As always, we give you a brief synopsis of the show, so without further ado, here we go. Lois and Jimmy confront Kara and make a plan to rescue Clark. Meanwhile, Brainiac dwells into Superman's mind to figure out what makes him tick and how to tear him apart. And that is the overall synopsis. I actually like this. I mean, last week was a filler episode. I like this one better. We get a lot more characterization on Clark and more of a deep dive on what his insecurities are and what he's dealing with as Superman, and him going to the moral of the theme here of this season has truly been about accepting and being who you are. And Clark is still having this insecurity of being a foreigner in this new planet, wondering what people really view him, how he's dealing with being Superman, and that's really explored throughout the whole episode. We also get a little bit more chemistry between Jimmy and Lois and their little buddy type of friendship, and of course Kara, which really I said she did a really good job on this one. Overall, for me, I thought this episode was way more solid compared to last week's. I know, Sean, you said last week was a filler, but what were your thoughts on this one?
Well, when it came to this episode, I liked the episode, but again, there's a specific time in this episode where I felt like it took too long to get to the point of what they were doing. And even when it got to the point, I felt like, you went through this way too fast. There was no dramatic turn in this. It was just like, okay, it's here, it happened, and I was like, I wanted to, a little more drama, because it kind of felt like there's a point in the story which you guys will see when you watch it. We can't give you a spoiler on it, where it's like it's coming to a point between Clark and you're trying to sit down and see, can he fight this? Can he be Superman and fight this off? And at times it looks like he can. It does look like, hey, he's going to win. And then it's like, boom, it's over. And it's like, I wanted a little more lead up to that. I wanted something more dramatic to happen to get to that point where I was like, oh, damn, this happened. And I was like, okay, that's the only part of this episode where I was just like, I'm not feeling that. That's the only thing I wasn't feeling. But the relationship between Lois and Jimmy was solid. Actually, the relationship between everybody on the ship, Brain and the gorilla and everybody else, was a solid episode. The Brain and the gorilla were just hilarious. They were great comic relief throughout the entire episode. But what really drove it for me was the budding romance between Kara and Jimmy.
Yeah.
You sit down and you're just like, oh, they're really going through with this. I mean, I actually thought Jimmy was going to go a different route. He was going to have a more alternative route. But to watch him and Kara come together was like, okay, this was good. And to watch the relationship between Kara and Lois, how that turned out, that was just... It wasn't surprising, but they did a great job between the banter between both of them and how everything shows up. I think overall I like this episode. I just had a few problems with it, but I did say there's going to be an episode or two that you're not going to really get. I wasn't going to be into, but this one was still not a bad episode. This was still an exciting episode. My only thing is not being able to spoil it. And at the end, we're going to give you a full recap of what we thought about the entire series. I hope it doesn't go, after you guys can let us know in the comments, I hope it doesn't go away that makes season 3 about something else completely. That's what I'm really hoping, that it doesn't go that route. I'm hoping that they continue to show Clark's growth and that this has an exciting, like, even if it's an exciting cliffhanger, I'm fine with it. But I don't know. It's just like it's weird to talk about without like spoiling
Spoiling it.
anything. Yeah, like it's weird to sit down and just say like, hey, this and that, because we want to interact with you guys to find out. But I guess we're gonna have to do it like after, or you can do it in the comments for with us this after watching the episode. But this is a really good episode to watch. This is an exciting episode to sit down and get, really get into. It actually just really leads into so much, and I'm I'm excited to see episode 9 now, and you guys are gonna be excited with the ending, and it's gonna be like it's not gonna be something that's gonna take your breath away, but you're just gonna be like, wow, this is good. So I really want you guys to watch this and get into it, and then just let us know in the comments what you thought about it, so that we can interact with you about what our thoughts are in the comic books in the comments without like spoiling anything right now. So what about you, Justin? What's your
Well, I will have to say for me, I thought certain things, like I will agree with you to a point where certain things did kind of feel rushed, and I think mainly that's due to they don't have like the normal 22 episode type of order, so they kind of just gotta hit the bullet points of what they have to do, and I'm hoping if the direction that they're going is that, like you said, they're not just gonna drop this in season 3. You're gonna have to let this thing breathe. This seems to be like it could be a 2-season type of arc. And I did like the relationship between Kara and Jimmy. I thought it was pretty sweet. I like the build up. It feels earned. It feels organic. The ending is making me wish, like, okay, we gotta get to next week and see how everything plans out. The psyche of what Clark is going through was the major selling point for me, of him just, you get to see, as strong as Superman is, he has all these insecurities about himself. He has all these things that's still mentally weighing him down. And then you have Brainiac, who is just known for manipulation, known for just taking advantage of these things, is using that. And I thought it was solid. I still think that this gorilla is Grodd, and I know it's not Grodd. I just constantly keep thinking it's Grodd. I thought
it could turn out to be Grodd later, but I don't think this is Gorilla Grodd.
yeah, it could just be one of the people from his planet.
Well, the characters are from different
Multiverses, right?
yeah, it's from different DC things like that. You got to remember these characters were also in Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
Brain and actually Teen Titans in the cartoon.
Yeah.
So they're different. Grodd is his own character, but he could be from Grodd's village and Grodd species, where the apes have the ability to talk, they're intelligent and everything else. So it could be that. We'll have to see as time goes on.
Action once again does his job. There is a lot of emotional weight with Kara. She's very conflicted. Thought they did that very well. Lois, can't spoil it, but Lois does her thing in this. Otherwise than that, I would have to say it's a very solid episode. I'm curious how 9 and 10 are going to be, because I feel like they have to really, really finish strong. And I think 10 episodes is not enough. And I think this is my issue with season 2 right now, is that there's so much they want to tell, but they don't have enough time to tell it. Like, we're focusing on Brainiac, but you also were building up Lex Luthor, Livewire, Parasite still out there. So there's so much wheels in motion, but there's not enough time to explore everything. So I'm hoping they're going to do something for these last 2 episodes to really kind of put a stamp on it until season 3 to see how everything is going to come together. But right now, they have to, for me, it's like 9 and 10 have to be really strong to really nail what they've been building up with Brainiac, Lex Luthor, and everything else. So I'm curious to see what's going to go down. Sean, you have any final words before we get out of here?
No, you pretty much summed it up. I just think this is going to be exciting. The last 2 episodes are going to be really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. That's pretty much it. So,
all right. So this is another solid episode. So you definitely are going to give this a watch it now instead of a skip it or wait for later. So definitely watch this one now. This is Justin and Sean from from otakusandgeeks.com. If you like what we do here and you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Helps out the algorithm, helps out the channel. If you're watching this from otakusandgeeks.com, when you're waiting for a browse our website, check out our interviews, check out our event reviews from Tribeca Film Festival. UWL is coming later this month in July, so stay tuned for that. We're back, and keep it locked here on Tacos and Geeks. Later days, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.